when I see the love in the land.
Boy, it's Christmas again.
Old man Jack stretching their hand.
Boy, it's Christmas again.
It's the only time of the year.
Boy, it's Christmas again.
The rich
Welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, we're switching gears a bit now. We're chatting with Antonio Prescott about his new book, How to Make Money on LinkedIn. Antonio, thank you so much for leaving your Trinity home to join us here
You're
in
most
person
welcome.
to share your story. Now, of course, just reading the prelude to the book itself, your story actually started off with something that a struggle with
Yes.
a donor. Yeah. So
Yeah.
share that with us.
So basically, I got into sales and marketing where my father, deceased friend, told me, Antonio, a lady is selling a car for a very reasonable price. And I bought that car and was able to sell that car and made 100% profit. Because I didn't understand as a young person growing up as to what I want to become. And you know, many young people these days have that struggle. And just knowing that God sent, person, my good father, friend, told me about that vehicle, sold that vehicle, made 100% as I told you. And from there, I started to purchase vehicles and I sold them. And anything that I could get my hand on, I sold. And then after, with COVID-19, it was a struggle. And I realized that, hey, I have to do something a bit different. And that way I reached out to CTS College. My first interview I failed because I was so nervous. And then after I was given another opportunity and I did well. And since from then, 2019 to now, I lecture at CTS College, Sales and Marketing.
Of course, you struggled to find a job. It said here that the traditional methods of job searching didn't seem to be working.
No, it was not, because Caribbean Jobs, all these local platforms that we have to seek job opportunities, so many people are applying and it's difficult. But with LinkedIn, the power of it is that we are not limited. We have the international market. It's a virtual platform, and I reached out to many recruiters on LinkedIn, was able to get opportunity. I recently got an opportunity with LG Electronics, so I'm the key account manager for LG Electronics, and that is in Panama, the head office. And if it wasn't for LinkedIn, all these opportunities that I've gotten thus far would not have been possible. So I had to write a book concerning how to make money on LinkedIn, because all of my opportunities are from LinkedIn. And I would like to even mention that I was a beta tester for LinkedIn for approximately 1 year. That was from 2020 to 2021.
So I'll be honest with you, LinkedIn is not my favorite. I find it to be a little bit depressing because everybody's celebrating promotions, new jobs, and I'm at the same job for probably like about 10 or more years,
Well, you love what you do, have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could say that.
So,
but you could always do it a little more.
Yeah, why not? Because at the end of the day, I always tell people, you go into a job to understand the functions, the operations of the job, and then after you take that information and you have a side hustle, and sometimes now your side hustle becomes so good in terms of the financing that becomes your actual job, and that should be everyone's focus right now, especially those young people these days who are a bit confused because the environment right now we live in, it's like very toxic because the father figure presence is not there, and the community leaders, they are becoming the father figures of these young people who do not know, who to turn to. And to me, it's very disheartening. To you, I'm sure it's the same, and to everyone, mothers out there, it's very difficult for a child to grow up without a father.
So what is a beta tester, and what did that involve?
That was basically a feature, an audio event that LinkedIn launched, and the UK LinkedIn, they reached out to me because it have LinkedIn head office in the US, in the UK, and other places as well. And they reached out and they said, hey, we see you do so many videos, and we think that you could be someone who could launch our beta tester program. It was like 1,000 of us, and I was given the opportunity. In the Caribbean country, you're thinking that these opportunities wouldn't be given. But I was thankful to learn so much about LinkedIn with all these international people who was in this group with me. And that was for 1 year.
Was that a paid job?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So, I mean, regular persons out there can also benefit from that opportunity.
Definitely. And the great thing about LinkedIn is that you could search anyone. Imagine I'm searching the director of RBC, for example, and getting to see that person's name, full name, and seeing the content that they may be providing. So let's say I want to prospect to them and offer sales training for the sales reps and the marketing reps. I now could be able to get that email through. It have like a integration, which is HubSpot, and also it has Apollo that you could pull email addresses, reach out to that person via email, and based on the content that they are providing, you get an understanding of them. So you make it business-oriented and also personalization in the email. So that way you will get that click, that response that you want from that prospect.
What was the motivation behind writing this book?
The motivation behind writing this book is that I realize people in the Caribbean, they underutilize LinkedIn. They're not seeing the value of LinkedIn because other persons not talking about, what they achieve. And internationally, in terms of the COVID-19, I see so many persons who was out of jobs, and literally they became millionaires utilizing LinkedIn opportunities, whether it be coaching, professional development, any field that they want to go in, they utilize LinkedIn, and they was able to do great things. So I realize in the Caribbean, people not utilizing LinkedIn, and it's powerful. Yes, we have TikTok, yes, we have Facebook, Instagram, but the fact that you cannot see these business people, you cannot network with them, you do not know who in what position, what career that they have. And LinkedIn to me was so powerful, and I decided, hey, let me don't just keep the information to myself, let me share it to everyone within the country and extension the Caribbean.
We have many different chapters, sections, I should say: LinkedIn audio and live event, LinkedIn algorithm, monetizing and optimization, LinkedIn strategy, search and market yourself, and of course, sales navigator. Which one would you say is the most profound that persons could learn the most from?
Definitely Sales Navigator, because with Sales Navigator, you get infinite information. For example, you get to understand who the prospects that you may have a list, what might be the new content that they're providing. You get to be able to be specific as to if you want to target a company 50 to 100, 200 to 300, you target by sectors, also by country, demographic, persona of a person, and it's really a game changer in terms of utilizing Sales Navigator. It's not free, it's $100 US per month, but any sales professional, any marketer know that you need that real-time data in order to know your market and know who you are prospecting to. So when you have Sales Navigator, it's really a game changer because you get all that infinite intelligence information that you wouldn't get with the free version of LinkedIn.
So without selling out too much of the book, what is the LinkedIn algorithm, and how can you utilize that to maximize your reach?
Well, the LinkedIn algorithm is to understand LinkedIn, like understanding, for example, posting times. Some people, they may post in the night, but business people are on LinkedIn 8 to 4 because some people utilize it to prospect, they utilize it to reach out, to individuals, to persons who they considered leads. So if it is that you are posting at a late time compared to an early time, you wouldn't see that performance that you want. Also, understanding the algorithm is where you want to know what content that produces the most results. For example, whether it be video content, whether it be carousels, whether it be audio events, LinkedIn live events. So when it is that you understand the LinkedIn algorithm, you will know how to go about navigating LinkedIn and getting the best results out of the platform.
So as we close, could you just let our viewers know how they can purchase the book and so on, where they can purchase it from, everything they need to know?
So the book is available at Scribbles and Quills, Chaguanas, Sharon's Bookstore, Muhammad's Bookstore, and also Amazon.
And the cost?
The cost is $79.99. all the local bookstores, but on Amazon it's a bit more affordable because the fact that you have to pay for shipping and handling, and we know how that is right now. So you may pay like $4 for the Kindle version, and you may pay like about $6 for the actual book itself.
So it is available as we speak.
Yes, definitely.
So, Mr. Prescott, let me thank you so much for joining us on to our viewers. This is the book, How to Make Money on LinkedIn.
You are most
welcome. We've got a photo
welcome.
there of Mr. Prescott, named one of the top LinkedIn experts in Miami.
Despite I'm living in Trinidad.
Living in Trinidad, yes. So thank you so much
You
for
are
joining
most welcome.
us. All the best to you.
Okay, thank you.
So to our viewers, as we head off to the break, we're going to share with you this image. It is of my nephew Aaron. He's a little preemie, but he's doing well. We expect him out sometime over the weekend. Just want to shout out everyone at the NCRHA, Davlin Thomas, all the nurses, doctors who work really hard, overtime hours. They're just so dedicated. All the best to you, Aaron.